We are at the final part of Klonoa, Door to Phantomile. And Rainbow Road up in this mother trucker. What is the point? Don't even bother asking, it's not gonna get explained. However, these cannons are gonna get explained. They don't really look all that special. I'm just gonna say this right now, she probably got this from Amazon or something, I don't know. Just look like regular everyday cannons. Well, regular for this world, I guess. Who freaking knows? All I know is these cannons are special because they've been passed down for several generations within the Moon Kingdom, and we're gonna use them to defeat Nahatomb because just throwing moves at him, it's not gonna do. And without these cannons, we'd be screwed because that's literally all we can do. Oh, there's that little wind move we can do by shaking the nunchuck, but you know, people forget that's the thing in this version, so who cares? So anyway, Nahatomb will actually eject out both armored moves and regular moves. But while those moves are moving about, he will also do some attacks, such as that. Said attacks will actually help you out in the long run, because it does get rid of the armor off the moves that are armored. By the way, guess I goofed. And he will try to lick you up with his tongue. And that's really it. This really isn't that difficult of a boss. It's just not difficult. It's really not. I find Gaudius, Joker, well, really just those two a lot more difficult than Nahatomb. But yeah, all you have to do is throw the moves into the cannons, which are in the foreground. And once the cannons are filled up, they will automatically fire them. However, there is a, I guess you could say, a cooldown period between all of them being loaded and when they actually fire, because they do like to just stand there and be like, okay, let's aim, even though we can only shoot in one direction. That's my only problem with this fight, because while they're doing that, Nahatomb can and will attack you still. And I do recall my first time playing this fight back whenever this game came out, 2007, 2008. I did get killed because of that. So yeah. How many cannons do I have filled? Oh, just one more, I think. I think it's just one more. Yeah, the cannons that need to be filled up are signified by whether or not they're moving up or down. That's something else I find kind of annoying, that they like to move up and down for no reason. I don't understand why. But yeah, once you get the cannons filled up, they will all fire at once, and that will cause his health to be drained to 0. And then he'll suck you in. And welcome to, I don't really know what this is. I guess Klonoa is having a nightmare. That Nahatomb's screwing with him, I don't even. But yes, I actually consider this the hardest part of the entire boss, because there is another part, so don't you worry. But the thing about this boss is the platform that you're standing on is constantly tilting. Nahatomb is aggressively trying to shoot you with his laser beams, and you have to, like I said, or may have not said, you have to hit the 4 crystals in order to drain his health. And the moves, they're constantly being generated, but the thing is, when it comes to tracking you, Nahatomb is spot on. I mean, there is enough of space for you to dodge, but it can catch you off guard sometimes, especially with the tilting platforms. And sometimes you just gotta wait out the platforms as well when you're trying to hit the damn crystal like that. I barely made that. But yeah, once you hit all 4 crystals, now another crystal will form. And the thing with this crystal, it constantly moves around. But it's the only crystal you can hit. You have to hit it a total of, I want to say, let's see, just twice. See if I can get it. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. But yep, hardest part of the boss is complete. Wee. Oh. Hello. What happened? I guess destroying that deity within Nahatomb caused this transformation. Speculations. Actually, you might say it on the official wiki, but I don't feel like looking that up. This part isn't necessarily hard, but it's kind of annoying in that they constantly move in a circle, and you have to essentially do an air jump in order to load the cannons, all while he's firing rainbows at you. And he also does get another attack that we're gonna see. Yeah, I goofed up. A good strategy to use, however, is to actually fall in between the gap with the move and then jump up once you get a good general idea of that they're actually going to be in between that space. That way you can guarantee that it will go in the cannon, as opposed to trying to shoot them downward at a high altitude, risking, you know, missing. And yeah, that's another one of his attacks. He'll try to, I guess, roar at the platform, which causes it to shatter. Yeah, it's too early. And that's really all there is to the boss. He'll shoot a move out occasionally. Well, not the move that you'll use to load the cannons. That move actually falls out from nothingness. The move he shoots out is armored and will constantly run around the platform. It can fall when there's no platform, yeah, like that, so there's that. The moves that aren't armored, they spawn relatively quickly. There's maybe a 2-second period between you throwing it and it spawning. Ooh, I barely made that. Got that. Oh, 3 rainbows, he's mad. Yeah, now how to basically adjust to your progress as opposed to his health bar, which is how most bosses work. But at the end of the day, it's essentially the same thing. I think you got one more cannon to load up. And there we go. Yeah, see, like I said, you can still attack even when you have all the cannons loaded up, so just be mindful of that. What's the reasoning behind this? Again, this is just one thing that's not really explained about the story. Is like, is this why Hupo is Prince? Because he has the power to defeat Nahatomb? Why specifically do we have to fire him at Nahatomb to finish him off, even though his mother stated that the cannons were the only way to... I don't know. I just kind of wish this was explained a little bit better. Again, but I'm not gonna grudge against this too much, because one, this is a game made years and years ago, and two, this was Namco's first go at it. In terms of story, I believe this is really one of the earlier games where they tried to put a lot of emphasis on story that wasn't an RPG. I think they do RPGs. Oh yeah, Digimon, duh. But yeah, not too critical on it. Besides, the stories only get better from this point on in the game, in my opinion. Games, excuse me. I love these. You know, every time I play this game, I kind of forget she exists. Like, they capture her, they mention her a couple times, but I'm just like, eh. So, what's her point? And I know they explained it and all, but I guess, I don't know, I don't see the... She could have been taken out of the story, I feel, and nothing would really have been missed. That's just my 2 cents. Cause I don't know, I guess they say they filled the egg with nightmare energy, but they used her to do it. Why did they do that? I guess I think that's what they were implying. I'm not sure. Whatever. The game's over. It took me almost a year, but it's over. July. Wow. That. Oh, he slipped. Surprised these platforms are still here. I guess this is something the Moon Kingdom generated and not Nahatomb. So now we're back at the Wind Village. Back in Vision 1-1 actually. Probably. He sprints. Ellipses. Ellipses. What do you have to say to this Pac-Man on Klonoa's hat? And here's where they dump a very... I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, wow. I kind of call BS on some of it, but otherwise it's kind of like, wow. The world of his reality. Sorry, screaming buck me. All these memories. He's at a point. Yeah, I call BS. I guess he has the power to create memories, but I think that's kind of lazy. A little twist. Ouch. You're considered nothing more than a dream, Klonoa. How does that make you feel? See, Klonoa is the dream traveler, basically to help those in need of, I guess, help from nightmares. Anything related to nightmares in general. In this game, he's actually not aware of his powers and the fact that he drifts from world to world. But in subsequent games, I guess he's fully aware. So I'm assuming he's relatively young in this game, like as if he was just created not too long ago before this game even started. That's what I got from this. I'm not sure if that's entirely true or not. But yeah. Okay, bye. Grab the ring. It's part of his model. Nice looking ring, by the way. Okay, bye. And that's how the game ends. Klonoa's taken away from this world, and that's it. I'll admit, it's a sad ending. I kind of call BS on some of the story, but it's a pretty sad ending. Gets better. And I think it helps that Klonoa is actually aware of what he is in future games. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the main story of the game. In the next part, I will show off a bonus stage that unlocks after you complete the game, as well as another mode you can play through that kind of builds off of the extra stage. I don't hate it, but good lord. Anyway, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you then. Take care, y'all.